Mic. Testing 1 2. Test for captioner. 1 2 mic test. Testing for captioner. 1 2 mic test. Mic test 1 2. 1 2 mic test. Test for captioner. Test for captioning. 1 2 1 2 3. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing for captioning. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 mic test. Mic test 1 2 mic test.
Please rise for the processional.
Please be seated. It is my honor as president of the University of North Georgia to welcome you to the Spring 2017 Commencement Ceremony. On behalf of the entire university community, I extend warm and sincere congratulations to each of these fine scholars and to their family and friends. Our hopes and our dreams are with these students today. This is a day of celebration for our graduates, but also for our fine university. As we begin our ceremony, please join me in thanking Dr. Kelly McFadden, Faculty Marshal, and Dr. Joe Chapman for the inspiring processional. I would be remiss if I did not recognize all of the mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, partners, children, grandparents, other relatives, and friends who stood behind our students and supported them throughout their college careers. Thank you. Thank you for supporting our students. As students, today is a wonderful day. You're donned in academic regalia, whose design dates back to the Middle Ages and symbolize your achievement and commitment. The right to wear these robes is an honor that must be earned, and indeed you have earned that honor. We are here to recognize you with the richest tradition of the academic community, a commencement ceremony celebrating the completion of your degree and the beginning of your professional lives. The University of North Georgia holds a special designation within the University System of Georgia as a state leadership institution. As such, UNG has a strong reputation for producing civic, professional, and military leaders, and our graduates are known as individuals committed to high personal integrity, civic engagement, and community service, and of course, high academic excellence. I know that the foundation you have received through North Georgia will be a catalyst to your future success, and that as graduates of UNG, I am certain you will add value to many people in your lives in the future. Again, congratulations on this milestone in your life. At this time, Dr. Esther Morgan Ellis will come forward and lead us in singing the national anthem. Please stand if you are able.
Thank you, Esther. Please be seated. It is my honor as the Vice Provost to join President Jacobs in welcoming you to today's ceremony. When I reflect upon the experience you have had at UNG and your determination to achieve this goal, I'm reminded of the story of Apollo 13 space mission that was recounted in a movie several years ago. Apollo 13 was programmed for 10 days, but it suffered a system failure en route. Jim Lovell was the commander of the Apollo 13 flight. He and the crew, working closely with ground controllers, conserved the crew's electrical power and water and converted their lunar module into a lifeboat of sorts, allowing them to survive in space and return to Earth. Lovell is credited with saying, "There are people who make things happen, there are people who watch things happen, and there are people who will wonder what happened." He continued, "To be successful, you need to be a person who makes things happen. As a UNG graduate, you have the knowledge and critical thinking skills to solve challenging problems. You've learned the value of teamwork, perseverance, and leadership. You will make things happen." As one of the university's academic officers, I recognize the important role of our faculty in helping you to identify and develop these skills. I commend our faculty for their commitment to our students' personal and professional development and for their leadership and dedication to their disciplines. Would all the members of the faculty who are here today, including those on the platform, please rise so that we can recognize you. Please join me in recognizing our faculty. Before we continue with the program, please allow me to introduce the remaining members of our platform party. Will you all please stand as your name is called? Mr. Mac McConnell, Senior Vice President for Business and Finance. Dr. Billy Wells, Senior Vice President for Leadership and Global Engagement. Dr. Janet Marling, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Richard Oates, Vice President, Gainesville Campus. Mr. Jeffrey Tarnowski, Vice President for University Advancement. Dr. Susan Ayers, Dean of the College of Education. Major Steve McDevitt with the Department of Military Science. Dr. Karen Ash Frost of the UNG Alumni Association. And Dr. Brian Corrigan, Professor of English and the reader of today's ceremony. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce our guest speaker for today's commencement ceremony. Dr. Steve Dahlonega joined the Georgia Partnership for Excellence in Education in 2002 as its third president. This nonprofit organization leads education reform across Georgia through research and communication, including strong advocacy through its Coalition for Higher Standards. Prior to joining the partnership, Dr. Dahlonega served as the superintendent of schools in Fulton County for 7 years. During that time, he was recognized as Georgia Superintendent of the Year. Prior to that, he served in the Fairfax County, Virginia school system as a teacher and administrator. Dr. Dahlonega earned his doctorate from Vanderbilt University, his master's degree from George Mason University, where he later served as an adjunct professor, and a bachelor's degree from Wake Forest University. He currently serves on the board of directors for several organizations, including the Georgia Chamber of Commerce, Voices for Georgia's Children, and the Georgia Leadership Institute for School Improvement. Additionally, he has served on the Education and Health Advisory Council for the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, and he has been recognized as one of the top 100 leaders in education by the Atlanta Business Chronicle and as one of the 100 most influential Georgians by Georgia Trend. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Steve Dahlonega.
Thank you, Dr. Gill and President Jacobs. I'm honored to be here today to share in this ceremony. Oftentimes at commencement ceremonies, the speaker talks about where you've been in your journey, or have you reflect on where you are at this point in time, or even look to the future. I'm going to do a little bit of looking at where you are now, but give you a tool to help you, hopefully, in the future. In fact, it might be a tool that some of our faculty and staff could reflect upon their leadership, and even some of our parents and family members could reflect on where you are with your work as a parent or in your businesses. I'm going to share with you the tool called the Leadership Challenge. It's some old research. I shouldn't say old in time, but old in replication. Kouzes and Posner started this research several years ago. And they not just looked at businesses, but they looked at the military, they looked at education, nonprofit organizations, and pulled out those commitments that leaders really must practice in order for them to be successful leaders. I have run large and small businesses with 12,000 employees and now with 7 employees. They've spanned the scope of education and business and nonprofit and in the military. I also served 20 years in the Army Reserves as a first sergeant. I've learned in those experiences that truly these leadership practices, born out of the research by Kouzes and Posner, and my personal experiences and journeys, are things I'd like to share with you today. There are 5 parts of these commitments. I'll go through these very quickly, but please think about these and think about either what you're doing in your leadership or for the class today, what you may be doing in this very short time, the next few months in your leadership. Many of you are going to go into education, and I can remember the superintendent. There were times when our teacher of the year at a particular school would in fact be a rookie teacher, because you bring so much enthusiasm, you bring current knowledge and skills, that when you put that into effect, it really can sway a lot of people's opinion of what this young educator, this young professional is doing in our school. So think about these, please. The first is challenging the process. That does not mean challenging people. As you go into a new organization and you're fired up and you're psyched and you want to make some changes, do some things, make sure that you are challenging processes, asking questions about what could be made better, not challenging people. It's kind of like sometimes you go into organizations and they're humming pretty well. It would be like Jim Collins' book, Good to Great. How can you make a good thing even better? But challenge the processes, trying to make things better. The second part would be inspiring a shared vision. Think of leaders here on the staff and the faculty, or in your homes, your parents or family members, in your military experiences, some of your drill sergeants, your officers. Think of how they inspired this vision for you to really focus on your mission and your goals. It's difficult sometimes in these days when there's an expectation of other people in the organization that they're going to be involved in this decision-making process. So how do you as a leader inspire that vision? It's really based on how can your school be the best school with the highest graduation rate? How can your business be the one that's cited as the best place to work in your area? Or how can your squad always fulfill their mission? It's building that passion, that trust, and bringing people together. That leads to the third piece, which would be, enabling others to act. How do you support the other people on your team? Enabling others usually gets into staff development, professional development, helping them train up so that they will have the skills to do their job. You have to give them the skills, enable them to act, which will then help you follow the road for that dream that you're trying to have others follow. Leaders support others. It could be your strong skills, the training they have, that then gives them the strong will and the commitment to do that job. Leadership is a relationship. It's building that trust and confidence with people in your school and in your team and in your squad that they will follow what you want to do. Oftentimes, people in leadership positions look around and find out they really don't have anyone following. So that leads to the fourth piece, modeling the way. Titles are bestowed, but the behavior that you have will gain your respect among your peers and your colleagues. Again, that can be as a parent, as a squad leader, as a grade level chair or department chair in your school. Leading by the example, it's the old walk and the talk. What is your behavior day to day? Not just a flash in the pan, but what do you really do? Today, I think in our country, leaders in business and government and education and sometimes even our families are forgetting about this modeling the way. It's about the long term. It's about you and your consistent behavior meeting others' consistent expectations. Many of you are going to be going into your classrooms. There's an expectation there for you working within that culture and that environment. If they're hardworking, dedicated, focused people, you have to be hardworking, dedicated, and a focused person. The last of the 5 is encouraging the heart. Encourage individual contributions and on a group level also. In fact, that's what this celebration today is all about on a bigger scale. But it can be smaller. It can be even a pat on the back. It has to be meaningful. If it's not considered to be meaningful, people won't really believe your sincerity in congratulating them. If you want your team to like and trust you, of course, you're going to have to like and trust your team. It's building that trust, helping them buy in that you really want to make things better. You want to make a bad situation good. You want to make a good situation great. It's bringing them together, but it's not just the pat on the back. You have to be demonstrative about your encouragement of your team. Sometimes these roads are really hard to go down. They can be slugfests. But in the long run, if you talk to people, how did you make this goal? How did you achieve this in the long run? It's going to be that we had a team, we encouraged one another, and we hung in there together. It's a vision of that leader at the beginning, though, that helps to set that direction. You have to dream of the future. So, in summary, what's so hard about these 5 commitments? Challenging the process, inspiring a shared vision, enabling others to act, modeling the way, and encouraging the heart. What's so hard about that? Well, the leadership challenge is that you have to do all 5 of those things all the time. Think about it as a leader. How do you model the way that you are enabling others to act? How are you modeling the way that you want them to challenge the process? You encourage them to give feedback. You don't smack them down if they have an idea that you don't like. You have to build that trust and confidence in an organization that it really is a continuous improvement place. And for teachers, that's as applicable in your classroom as it is for a CEO in a large organization. Your children will build that confidence and trust in you when they know that you really have a dream for them, that they're going to go all the way through high school. You can have a dream for them that they too are going to graduate from college. Building that over time, showing your enthusiasm and your commitment will be what really makes a difference. It boils down to consistency, your behavior. I think it's summarized well in this quote that I want to leave with you. Actually, this quote's becoming so popular, Shaq O'Neal is using it now in an ad, but I still think it's a really good quote to summarize where we are. Please listen to this. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, it's a habit. It's what do you do day to day that really makes a difference. What I like about this quote is there's so much conversation these days and expectations of excellence. This was from Aristotle. So these leadership behaviors are nothing new, but the research from Cousins and Posner makes it more relevant and more current and ratifies that these are in fact the behaviors that will help you be successful. So think about those and think about your behavior, and please do that consistently over time. So today I would challenge you with at least starting with one of those commitments, and that would be encouraging the heart. Before you leave campus today, think about who you should reach out to and encourage their heart. It may be quite some time before you come back to this place, this physical place. Of course, emotionally and where you go forward, you may never be back in this place. So take the time to encourage the heart. It could be one of the faculty members here you've worked with over the years. It could be a parent or family member that's here today with you, or it might even be a friend. But as you move into the next stage of your lives, I wish you success in meeting your leadership challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dahlonega, for sharing with us the 5 aspects of the Leadership Challenge and for encouraging us to make a habit of excellence. Among our graduates this afternoon are students who have surpassed the academic standards as set forth by our faculty, and it is my pleasure to recognize these honor graduates for their commitment and dedication. The names of these students are listed in your program, and they will be recognized individually as they receive their diplomas. Will you please hold your applause until all groups stand? Will the baccalaureate students who are graduating with a grade point average between 3.90 and a 4.0 on a 4.0 scale please stand and remain standing? These students are graduating summa cum laude. Will the baccalaureate students who are graduating with a grade point average between 3.70 and 3.89 on a 4.0 scale please stand and remain standing? These students are graduating magna cum laude. Will the baccalaureate students who are graduating with a grade point average between 3.50 and 3.69 on a 4.0 scale please stand and remain standing? These students are graduating cum laude. Would you look at that crowd? Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Members of our Corps of Cadets who ranked in the top 20% of more than 5,000 cadets on the National Order of Merit list will graduate as distinguished military graduates, the highest honor an ROTC student can achieve. Will the distinguished military graduates please stand? Thank you. The UNG Honors Program cultivates a community of engaged scholars who have demonstrated excellence in academics, service, and leadership. Completion of the Honors Program includes involvement in activities outside the classroom and service to the institution and the local community. Will all graduates who are members of the Honors Program please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. Academic honor societies recognize students who have excelled both academically and as leaders among their peers. Will all graduates who are members of university and departmental academic honors societies please stand? Thank you. We will now confer the degrees. Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees please stand? President Jacobs, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor's degree. Each of these candidates has completed the requirements of the degree as set forth by the faculty, and I recommend these candidates to you for the conferral of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I award to you the bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining, and I welcome you to the community of scholars. Please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for all master's degrees please stand? President Jacobs, I present to you the candidates for the master's degree. These candidates have successfully completed the requirements for the degree as set forth by the faculty, and I recommend these candidates to you for the conferral of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I award to you the master's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining, and I welcome you to the community of scholars. Congratulations.
Please be seated. We will now call forward the graduates to be recognized individually. I invite Dr. Brian Corrigan to take his place to announce the graduates. And it is worthy of note that this ceremony marks Dr. Corrigan's 100th graduating ceremony for assisting us. Mr. Drew Alexander of UNG's Young Alumni Board will greet you as you leave the stage and welcome you as new alumni of the University of North Georgia. Marshals, please lead the graduates forward.
We now present the Bachelor of Arts degree graduates from the College of Arts and Letters, Callie Swan. We now present the Bachelor of Science degree graduates from the College of Education, Sarah Elizabeth Adams, Haley M. Adkins, Jennifer Lauren Aldridge, Matthew Ray Allums, Alyssa Catherine Andrews, Jordan Marie Andrews, magna cum laude. Taylor Atkinson, cum laude. Sarah Marie Baker, magna cum laude. Ashley N. Barrett, magna cum laude. Courtney Shea Barrett, cum laude. Kaylee Morgan Bates. Catherine Jane Blackmar, summa cum laude. Austin Thomas Blackwell. Bridget L. Bowie. Kaylee Ann Boyer, summa cum laude. Victoria Ashley Bright. Catherine Marie Briner. Catherine Joy Brock, magna cum laude. Kelsha Martina Brooks. Elizabeth Brooke Brown, magna cum laude. Sarah Ashley Burns. Christy Nicole Burton. Carly Elise Kane, magna cum laude, honors program. Rachel Marie Cartea, magna cum laude. Raquel Castanea. Morgan Elizabeth Cheek, summa cum laude. Charm Christina Cochran. Maggie Colleen Cook, cum laude. Christina Marie Cooper, cum laude. Mackenzie Renee Cowart, cum laude. Catherine Michelle Craddock Dinsmore, cum laude. Kaylee Allison Crump, cum laude. Brittany Nicole Cruz, summa cum laude. Michael Cunningham. Casey Cuneo. Second Lieutenant Sean E. Curry, cum laude. Paul L. Davenport. Shelby Nicole Davis. Robin Lee Day, magna cum laude. Jordan Marie Dean, magna cum laude. Joseph Adam Deaton, magna cum laude. Cheyenne Delph. Mariah J. Dickey. Madison Ann DeMauro. Erin Nicole Dunton, magna cum laude. Danielle Durden, magna cum laude. Julie Ann Evanson, cum laude. London K. Edwards, magna cum laude. Ashton Brooke Elser. Lee Taylor Embry, magna cum laude. Elaine Alexandra Esper, cum laude. Chelsea Nicole Espinosa. Victoria Lorraine Fendley, cum laude. Carly Aurelia Flores, summa cum laude, honors program. Rebecca Suzanne Foley. Hannah Elaine Fowler, cum laude. Courtney Lynn Fritz, summa cum laude. Riley Terrell Gradient Kaiser, cum laude. Christina Lee Galbau, magna cum laude. Teresa Garcia Gomez. Griffin Brinkley Gardner. Candace Michelle German. Taylor Leanne Geralds, magna cum laude. Caroline Gessner, magna cum laude. Second Lieutenant Larry Glover. Heather Gray, magna cum laude. Micah Booker Grizzle, cum laude. Adam Michael Hampton, cum laude. Stephen P. Harrington, cum laude. Christina Grace Harris, cum laude. Tori Lee Heller, cum laude. Amber L. Hester. Catherine Rihanna Hester. Meredith Heyer. Ashley Elise Hilly. Sarah Elise Huff. Taylor Nicole Honeycutt, magna cum laude. Laureen Michelle Irvin, magna cum laude. Case Alexander Jackson. Sherry Annette Jackson. Elizabeth Jagus, summa cum laude. Ashley Brooke Gerard, summa cum laude. Caroline Grace Johnston, summa cum laude, honors program. Naomi Eileen Johnston, cum laude. Allison Brooke Jones, cum laude. Simona Karlitsky, magna cum laude. Nathan Mitchell Kelly, cum laude. Rachel Nicole Lacey, summa cum laude, honors program. Kayla Marie Lazenby. Erica Ivy Leach, magna cum laude. Jessica McKinsey Lee, cum laude. Erica Grace Likevol, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Greta Luneski. Alyssa R. Lewis, summa cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Liebert. Hannah Jade Loggins, magna cum laude. Jonathan Samuel Long. Hannah Renee Lowe, summa cum laude. Lindsay Lauren Lupino, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Lutz, cum laude. Catherine Ellen Manna, summa cum laude. Madeline Diane Martos. Kara Joan Mason, summa cum laude. Sophia Bernadette Matonak. Nicole May. Erin Mary McCarthy, summa cum laude. Ansley Megan McKinsey, cum laude. Taylor McMillan. Sarah Rachel Eileen McMillan, summa cum laude. Hannah Marie McSwain. Ashton McWhirter, cum laude. Christy Rose Medlin, magna cum laude. Leslie Giselle Medrano, magna cum laude. William Mefford. Hannah Elizabeth Miller, cum laude. Hannah Elaine Mitchell. Michelle Anais Montejarno. Elizabeth Macaulay Moody, cum laude. Macy Denaire Moonshower. Mallory Moore, cum laude. Mary Allison Moore, magna cum laude. Abby Morgan. Malia J.K. Morris, cum laude. Alexandra Lynn Mueller. Courtney Carol Nations, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Nesbitt, magna cum laude. Kaylee Ann Elizabeth Norris, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Nowland, cum laude. Carolyn Elizabeth Oglesby, cum laude. William Scott Oliver. Caitlin Elizabeth Parker, magna cum laude. Timothy Gary Patterson. Todd Andrew Patterson, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Peer, magna cum laude. Kelly Jo Plant, cum laude. Emily A. Pledger, magna cum laude. Tanner Plemons. Ariel Porter, cum laude. Alexander Damiano Purvis. Rebecca Lee Ramsey. Monica Raya. Sydney Pendleton Reeder. Haley Olivia Register, magna cum laude. Jenna Brooke Register, cum laude. Deborah Ann Renner, summa cum laude. Sarah Margaret Rich, cum laude. Haley D. Ritter. Michaela Joy Rivers, cum laude. Andrea Sandback. Todd Schmuggerow. Katie Elizabeth Scudellari. Matthew Shafto. Amanda Renee Shaw, summa cum laude. Leslie A. Sheely, cum laude. Abigail Christine Schoaf, summa cum laude. Stephanie Dawn Siren, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Smith, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Smith. Melissa Ann Sobrepera, cum laude. Maria Lizette Soto, cum laude. Michaela Stacy. Second Lieutenant Caleb Stanley, cum laude. Holly Danielle Strickland, magna cum laude. Rachel Wright Stringer. Gabrielle Sturmer. Holland Elizabeth Taylor. Megan Tesh. Ansley Elizabeth Thomas, cum laude. Carrie Hope Thomas, summa cum laude. Kyle Tomlinson, cum laude. Aubrey Danae True. Desmond Lavon Valentine. Kelsey Vanderhoof, cum laude. Shelby Leona Ventura, cum laude. Griffin Spencer Warner. Margaret Gibson Waters, magna cum laude. Kristen K. Watkins. Jamal Anthony Watson. Ashley Marie Webb. Noelle Elizabeth Welch. Colby Dale West, summa cum laude. Tracy Marie West. Jamie M. Whitaker. Morgan White. Forrest Robertson Wilder. Second Lieutenant Victoria Lynn Wilder. Craig Painter Williams, magna cum laude. We now present the Master of Arts in Teaching degree graduates from the College of Education. Becky Lynn Payne. Kyle Thomas Smith. We now present the Master of Education graduates from the College of Education. Nancy Catherine Powell. We now present the Master of Science degree graduates from the College of Education. Juan Alexander Alonso. Kirby Berksham. Shanda Danielle Collenbach. Morgan Victoria Carr. Nicolette Julianne Carcillo. Brianna Hankins. Tyler Martin Wynn. Ashton Elizabeth Phillips. Brittany Megan Poole. Warren D. Roberts II. Sierra Nicole Selden. Macy Caitlin Terry. Marissa Torturo. David Lee Weidenbenner. Ashley D. Wonowski.
I commend the most recent graduates of the University of North Georgia. Your hard work and dedication have been rightfully rewarded. I offer my personal congratulations to you for earning the title of graduate from this fine institution, and I ask that everyone join me now in giving this graduating class a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Graduates, judging from the applause, it is clear that each of you should feel proud of your accomplishments. So at this time, I'd like the graduates to join me in a standing round of applause to thank your families, friends, and others that have given you support in pursuit of this degree. Thank you. One of the many things that makes the University of North Georgia such a special place is our designation as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the United States. I would now like to call forward Major McDevitt to conduct the commissioning ceremony for our military science graduates who are commissioning as second lieutenants. These graduates were recognized individually earlier in ceremonies with their family and friends.
The University of North Georgia has produced officers for the United States Army for more than 100 years. The oath these officers are about to take is the culmination of over 4 years of hard work and dedication. These officers have attended military science classes, conducted field training exercises, and given countless hours of their personal time in pursuit of learning how to lead our nation's sons and daughters. These officers represent the 110 lieutenants expected to commission from UNG this year. Will the following commissionees please stand and remove your cap and gown? Sean E. Curry, active duty, branching infantry. Larry K. Glover, active duty, branching aviation. Khalib R. Stanley, National Guard, branching field artillery. Victoria L. Wilder, active duty, branching infantry. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed an officer in the United States Army in the rank of second lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our Army's newest second lieutenants.
Thank you, Major. Graduates, you are now lifetime members of the UNG community. We are confident that you will make your university proud wherever your journey may lead, and we look forward to hearing of your achievements. I now call on Dr. Karen Ash Frost of the UNG Alumni Association for her congratulatory remarks.
It is my pleasure, on behalf of the University of North Georgia Alumni Association, to say congratulations. Once you walked across the stage, received your diploma, walked down those steps, you received the coveted title UNG alumnus. You've graduated from a school that has made its mark in our state, in our nation, and around the world. It has become and will continue to become a school recognized for graduating energetic, focused, committed, and dedicated leaders who desire to make a difference in their homes, in their workplace, in their community, and around their world. More than 40 years ago, I sat where you're sitting today, wearing my cap and gown. While it was thrilling for me, I had mixed emotions. I was sad, I was excited, and I was proud. I was a bit saddened to realize that my college days had come to an end. While I would not miss the stress of preparing for tests or for completing projects and keeping up with all the requirements, I knew I would miss the professors who had poured their lives into me to ensure that I was ready to teach. I would miss the discussions and the debates that helped build my core beliefs as an educator and gave me the confidence I would need to enter my profession. I would miss fellow students with whom I'd had many classes, realizing that there would be those whom I would not see again. While those things saddened me, I was very excited. I was excited to begin a career that I had dreamed of since I was in the 3rd grade. I could hardly wait to decorate my classroom and prepare for those students who would spend the next school year with me. I look forward to building relationships and hopefully making a difference in their lives. I was thrilled to enter the educational workforce, and little did I know that it would become one of the most rewarding and fulfilling careers I could ever have dreamed of having. I also felt a sense of pride as I joined the ranks of those who had graduated from this school. I was proud to graduate from a school that had high standards, was committed to its students, and expected the best from me. I was proud I was graduating from a school where my great-grandfather taught, my grandfather and dad graduated, and many other family members. I was proud of the legacy that had been left by the many graduates before me, and I look forward to adding to that legacy. I now count it a privilege to come back and serve through our UNG Alumni Association. You have the privilege of representing one of the best universities around. As you begin your career and develop your skills in the years to come, remember that this school will always beckon you to return. It will call you to return home, to the place that accepted you when you were perhaps fearful that you would not pass your first exam, to the place where you developed skills that would give you confidence for success, to the place that encouraged you to lead, to the place where you met lifelong friends, and to the place that would always consider you family. The UNG Alumni Association welcomes you and encourages you to be involved. You have unique gifts that only you can give to help our school continue to grow and to improve. As new alumni, please consider joining the Young Alumni Association to stay connected and to support the students throughout all our campuses. You may consider becoming a part of a shared interest group that has more specific ways to support our university. As graduates of this great school, you are needed. I encourage you to be involved in this institution, the institution that gave you a strong foundation and prepared you for your future. Stay connected, stay engaged. I want to leave you with this quote: "Discover your own gifts, and you will give your life new meaning. Find the courage to share those gifts with the rest of us, and you will give all our lives new meaning." We need your gifts. We are so proud of you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Frost. As we conclude today's ceremony, I want to especially thank all of the staff involved with the planning and execution and for making it such a special occasion. Dr. Morgan Ellis will come forward to lead us in the University of North Georgia alma mater, which can be found near the back of your program. Following the alma mater, please remain in place for the recessional as the faculty and graduates exit the gymnasium. Thank you, and please stand.